Morning and welcome back to White Mountains Today. Joining us right now in the studio, Deb Williams from Lost River Gorge. Is it Gorge? Can I call it that? Lost River Gorge?
You can call it
Lost
that.
River over in North Woodstock. Let's talk about, how was your, I always ask you this question, how was your drive over this morning?
My drive was wonderful. It was beautiful. I actually saw a mama turkey and her babies, and a fox darted across on. So
very cool. I always ask that question because, you know, obviously you have to take the drive to get over there, and it's a fabulous drive, and then you get the bonus. I'll call it the bonus of going to Lost River now. You can twist it around either way. Let's talk about Lost River.
It is a beautiful ride, though. Lost River is beautiful, too, and we have everything. All of our caves are open right now. I guess for those who don't know about Lost River, it's a 3/4 mile walk where you go down 300 feet into the gorge.
The gorge.
And the river runs along with it, and there's a boardwalk and stairs that help to make, with railings, that help to make the trip safe and easy. And 11 different caves that are dotted along the way that you can choose to go in and out of if you like. And if you decide to, some of them you can walk in and out, some of them you get down on your hands and knees, and some of them you have to get through on your belly.
You just crawl through. And these are boulder caves, so these aren't like caves like you go spelunking in, but they're boulder caves.
They are
very fascinating when you think about it.
Yep, they are just, some of them are stacked like a bunch of building blocks, and it's just amazing to go down through. And if you don't choose to go through any of the caves at all, it really is a beautiful walk. We have Paradise Falls that's down there, and very, I guess it's probably the most photographed place that we have. One of the caves, Judgment Hall, which was closed for a while, we just got reopened again, has a 20-foot waterfall inside that cave. So
very cool.
It's beautiful down there.
And the other thing too is you got to think about how big these boulders are.
Yes.
I mean, these are not pebbles. These are, you know, the size of houses and RVs and stuff like that. Right there, stacking up and making these caves. And I find that very fascinating because you kind of think about it. If they had shifted or if they had landed in a different spot, you wouldn't have that cave. Yeah. I think that's very cool. I think that's cool.
Well, and it is funny that you say that about them shifting and stuff too. A lot of people that we get visiting Lost River are people who have come when they were kids, and they can be 30, 40, 50, 70 years old, and they tell us they've been there when they were a kid, and we tell them we haven't moved any of the rocks, even though when they come out of the caves, they keep telling us that some of them seem to be a little smaller than they were when they were there. But
well, that's because people are a little bigger than they were 40 years ago. So
yeah, it's cool though, because they're bringing kids and grandkids, and sometimes great grandkids with them to enjoy the same things that they were doing. It's
a great adventure. And let's talk about the Friday night and Saturday night thing you got going on.
Well, we're celebrating 100 years. The Society for the Protection of New Hampshire Forest bought Lost River in 1912, and they have protected it, and we're celebrating 100 years of land protection. Now,
the Lost River was actually discovered 60 years before that time anyway.
Yep.
So that's a very cool little fact.
Yep.
And, sorry, I interjected. I apologize.
No, that's okay. It is. 1852 is when it was discovered, and two brothers who were fishing up above in the beaver pond.
The Jackmans.
Yep, Royal and Lyman Jackman, and they were meandering down, and one fell through one of the caves and started exploring, and it's been something that people have enjoyed doing ever since then.
Now, let me ask you that question. You said they fell down through the caves. Were some of these caves and stuff filled up with mosses and dirt? Did you guys, of course, you guys, 150 years ago, did you have to excavate them or anything like that? Or?
I mean, I don't know what happened 150 years ago, though sometimes I feel that old. I haven't quite been around that long. But we've tried to leave what Mother Nature has put there, and the boardwalks and the railings now make it accessible for people, but we've tried not to be removing anything that Mother Nature, and because it takes so long for those mosses and lichens to form, to make the soil so the trees can even grow, we don't want to move anything.
Yeah.
But apparently, I guess they must have, because they accidentally fell through one of those.
Yeah.
But you were asking, our lantern tours are on Saturday night.
Were we talking about that?
Where are we going?
So
the lantern tours are on Saturday night, which are a very cool thing. If you've been to Lost River, if you haven't been to Lost River, it's a very different way to see it. It's by reservation. We only take about 20 to 25 people on the tour in the evening, and all of our caves are lit by liquid paraffin lanterns now, so we don't have power that's down in there. But on the Saturday night tour, some of them are lit by lanterns during the day, some of them have natural lighting in it. But for the lantern tour, all of them, we put lanterns in. And we provide guests with headlamps if they would like them or if they can bring their own. And at the end we have s'mores by a campfire. So it's a really cool thing.
Very cool. And next weekend, next Thursday, I think, is a new moon. So next weekend will be kind of a dark. So that'll be perfect for the lantern tours.
Yeah, well,
it'll mean you'll see the brightness of the world because it's a new moon.
Yeah, so that's Saturday nights. Thursday nights, I want to throw in there, though, that in celebrating the 100 years, we are doing a series of talks we just started them a couple weeks ago through Labor Day, and we have different speakers that will be coming each week. And this coming Thursday night is Dave Anderson from the Forest Society, and he's going to be leading a hike to the old growth forest, because Lost River is one of the few places in the state of New Hampshire that actually has old growth forest. And then we're going to do a presentation after that. The following week, Ben Killam, who is just a wonderful man to listen to talk to, who is very involved in bears and adopting cubs and rehabilitating and putting them back into their natural environment. But there's a series of them, and if people want more information on that, they can go to our website, which is www.lostrivergorge.com, and find out more of the events that we're doing for the 100 years.
Well, that sounds great. I mean, the old growth forest, I think, it's just a fascinating thing, like you say, that there's not a lot in New Hampshire.
No, because at the turn of the previous century, almost the whole state, about 85% was cleared and only 15 was wooded, and now we've pretty much flip-flopped that.
Yes.
So to have virgin forest is pretty
that's great.
Unheard of. We're still waiting for you to get up too and get your lemon squeezer shirt.
I know. I've got to do that. I told you we were going to go the other day, and it's when you have 4 kids and you're trying to decide. I could get
the summer isn't done yet.
Summer's not done yet. We still got plenty of time to go. But you know what? Speaking of going, let's give away some passes.
Okay, great.
What do you got? What do you got in your little brochure there?
I have tickets for 2 adults and 2 children to come visit Lost River.
So like a family pack.
It would be.
There you go. And we've got this question, 356-6619, and trust me, this will be an easy question for you. So if you don't get it, well, then you don't deserve to, I guess.
They had to be listening.
They had to be listening.
It's an easy question if they were
right.
listening.
Okay, let's go back to the question. Even though Lost River Gorge is celebrating its 100th year anniversary, what year was it discovered? 1830, 1852, 1864, or 1902? What year was Lost River discovered? And nobody's calling yet.
We gave them 2 options.
We told. Good morning, White Mountains Today.
It's B.
B, 1852. You were listening. Congratulations. Who's on the phone?
This is Marshall.
Hey, Marcia, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. When was the last time you went to Lost River?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, well, see, now you get to go. We got a family 4-pack here for you. Go and enjoy Lost River.
Great. Thanks a lot.
All right, hang on the phone. We'll get some more info from you. And hopefully the phone won't hang up on her, but not that would happen.
And I'm going to throw out one more thing. One of the things that people always ask us about coming, when is the best time to come to Lost River?
When is the best time to come?
Anytime. And right now we are having absolutely beautiful weather. And all of the caves are open, but it is just as beautiful on a misty day, a rainy day, a cloudy day, when it just gives the lighting, it gives a different effect down there, and people enjoy themselves just as much.
Now let me ask you a question. It's wicked hot out. How is it down in the caves?
It's about 10 degrees, at least 10 degrees colder down in the gorge. And we still have, with as hot as it was yesterday, people coming up going, I could see my breath down there. So it's very comfortable.
So it's a
there.
Great thing to do on a hot day. So.
we have people who say they just sat in some of the caves for a while because it was just cool. Natural air conditioning.
There wasn't a guy like sitting in the caves, or trying to swim in the water giving out information, was it? Because I hear there's a guy, there's this bald guy who sits in the cave, tries to give out information.
Oh, we're waiting to see him.
Yeah, we are waiting to see him.
He's been over a couple times, but he hasn't done that yet. But I think Chris he wants to try that one.
Exactly. Well, thanks so much for coming down, Deb, and seeing. It's always fun when you're here.
Thank you.
And we've given away some prizes, so definitely check it out. Go to lostrivergorge.com.
Com.
Com. I wanted to make sure it's com or org. LostRiverGorge.com, and check it out. And you guys are on Facebook too, aren't
We
you?
are
Yeah.
on Facebook. Yes, we sure are.
So that's terrific. And we'll, of course, see you soon.
I hope so.
Take care. We'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.